Winning the national title, getting the first-round draft pick to here, to where you're at today. What has that process been like for you?
Pretty much as seamless as it can be. Obviously, the goal is to go out there and play and just execute. And I think I've done that really well. Transitioning from college to pro ball is different, and the lifestyle is different. Obviously, the play is different. But it's been great to experience both sides of it, and just looking forward to doing some work in the off season for it.
You've talked a couple times about how the pro routine is going to be a lot different compared to college routine. What were some of the things that coming into it you were expected to experience and what maybe not caught you by surprise necessarily, but something you've had to adapt to?
It's definitely more of a grind in pro ball for sure, just because you're doing it so much. You're not doing anything but baseball, which is good and bad. And so that's something that I'm just going to have to learn and adapt to in the future also. But like how much support and resources and all that we've had have been pleasantly surprising. Something I've been really happy with and really excited to go forward with, and really look into everything that the Pirates offer for resources and all that. So obviously got a feel for it over the last few weeks, over the last month or so. But also looking forward to what it's going to look like next year.
Paul, like to adjust to going from pitching once a week to every 5 or 6 days?
The routine's different. It's just different. It's not better or worse. Maybe a little bit harder, just because it's kind of a grind. And I'm probably saying that because I was also only throwing 2 innings, 1 to 2 innings in pro ball. So it's not quite as fun to throw 1 to 2 innings as it is to throw 5 to 7 innings every week or every start. But that's something we did a little bit in college also. Even if it was just once or twice, but it's just different more than anything.
Paul, what were you pleased with in how you performed? I know it's a short sample, and then what do you sort of take into the offseason and say, I got some feedback on this, I want to work on this?
Yeah, biggest thing in the offseason is just consistency and, working on my stuff and that kind of thing. We're gonna look into that. We're look into my stuff and how it looked over the last few weeks. But being able to use all 5 pitches was really nice. The 2-seam wasn't a pitch that I threw a whole lot at LSU, and the changeup wasn't a pitch I threw a whole lot. But being able to use all 5 and compete and go and game plan to use all 5 was really nice. And then I'm just going to look at how I was moving, how my body performed, and how my stuff performed, and kind of make a plan to go into the offseason with.
Paul, you've been here for a few weeks now. What are some highlights of your time in Altoona? Have you gotten to explore the area much? And what's it just been like being around the clubhouse and your past few weeks with the Curve?
I haven't gotten to experience the area a whole lot. I went out to lunch today for the first time in 3 weeks. So the Knickerbocker Tavern.
There you go.
It was solid. So I haven't gotten to experience Altoona too much, but locker room's awesome. The dudes are great, and it's been great to spend time with them. It's always, it's a grind to come to the field every day and do the same thing every day and all that. And these guys have been doing it for a whole season, but it does make it better when you have guys that you enjoy hanging out with and spend the time with, so that's been nice.
Yeah, who are some of those guys that you've kind of gravitated closest to, or guys that you've learned a lot from in your time here?
To be honest, it hasn't been any one guy in particular. It hasn't been one guy in particular. There's been a number of guys that I'll just talk to, and the best thing about the pitching staff is they're just willing to share information. And it's been cool to get a feel for their different backgrounds and their journey to this point. And I'm really just trying to get to know everybody.
As far as the 2-seamer and the changeup, have you modified the shapes of those pitches since joining the organization, or are they relatively same?
They're similar. The sinker's a little bit more consistently diving, sinking, whatever you want to call it. But I think that's just a product of throwing it more. But the game plan was just, I felt and we felt that they were good pitches, and we just had to throw them more. And having better hitters and hitters with better plans are going to give us an opportunity to throw them more.
You mentioned the teammates. Like, what's that camaraderie like? Because I'm assuming they know your story, you know what you represent, you know, like you gotta have people gravitating to you regardless because of that.
Yeah, it's I mean, like I said, everybody's coming from a different different background. So it's been great to get to know them, get to learn about their process and their story. Yeah, it's been nice.